Did you watch that game? Good grief. I'd be embarrassed. I'd be embarrassed to be from Las Vegas. Wow. Especially over all that crap they pulled. But if you're not a big Chiefs fan, you didn't watch the pregame stuff, you probably didn't know all the crap they pulled. But every time they come to town, they pull some kind of shit. So, anyway. All right. Let's, that was supposed to fade out, and it didn't. Oh, well. It didn't fade out. Oh. Get in a more relaxing spirit of things. Let's play a little Santa music. We've got one viewer and one like so far. I don't see any comments in here. Oh, I even got a chat window, but once I start playing games, all this disappears. So I can see all my monitors and all my controls and everything here until I get in there. So that's something that I'm going to have to work on. I've been working on trying to get this. I love this live streaming more than anything. Hey, while I'm doing this, there's not many people here yet, but I want to give a shout out to Papa Brad, Retro Arcade Music Man, and DKOG 73, who are putting on a contest right now that I just got myself involved in. I hope I did everything properly to get entered to win. They're giving away a $150 gift card. And you don't have to do much. Leave some comments, recommend or listing your favorite YouTubers. Then subscribe to a new YouTuber. And after that, you got to write something positive. Hey, it's me, my arcade, and Paul F. Good evening to you both. And if you both, I think I did see my arcade. I'm not sure if I saw Paul S. over there, but go over and check out. I may have already seen you there. But anyway, Pimp Users always enjoying your vids. All right, Paul S. Oh, very cool, very cool. Benji's Garage Game Room. Papa Brad is great. Yes, Papa Brad is great. As a matter of fact, if you saw my last video, I did. I like his run-throughs places, but I didn't run. I just, that video I did, let me turn this music off. How do I do that? Okay, there we go. I did a walkthrough at the pinball parlor that I went to yesterday, and Papa Brad's done somewhere he's run through these places, and I wasn't running through anything. Not with my knees. So anyway, I just walked through, and then I sped it up. A little magic of editing. May have seen me as Beach Bum TN. Okay, yeah. I'll have to. I'm old. I don't remember everything. But anyway, listen. I am going to. I got me a new stream deck, and listen to this. I can put a little background music in there if I want to. Just at a push of a button, I can just end that. There we go. Isn't that something? Yeah. Okay. I think that's enough of that, though. All kinds of fancy things. Yep, there we go. You gotta have the horn. You gotta have the horn. And if I say anything inappropriate like I did earlier, I can bleep myself out. So, anyway. Let's get to some gaming. You want to? And I got some gaming. to do. Well, excuse me. Oh, this is amateur hour at its best. Anyway, I promised some gaming and a story. The only thing is, I go blind here once I get into the game. I cannot see my stream, so I'm watching on my cell phone here. But let me get back to my main screen here. And at the push of a button, I can bring up this screen. Whoa, there's way too much information there. Anyway, so I'm going to try to watch the chat as best I can and play a game and tell a story. And I'm going to tell a story because that's what my good friend Retro Arcade Music Man would do, is tell a story. I like his stories, so I thought, you know what, I'll have to tell some stories. And I've been thinking, and I thought, wow, I've got some good stories that I might be able to share now. The one I'm going to share tonight, I can only share because I'm retired. It's a work-related story. It was probably using bad judgment at the time. Okay, hopefully this looks like we're seeing everything we're supposed to, other than I don't understand why. I don't understand why that one item is still on the screen. Well, that's not supposed to happen. Okay. Alright. Here's what I thought I'd play. Fire Trap. Because this is a fire story. And, doggone, I didn't launch it in time and it took off on me. Okay. And you know what? Little background story music here. Let's get this game going first. This little game I found that I thought was fun, but I haven't had a chance to practice it much. At least that's my excuse here for poor performance. I haven't quite gotten used to the controls. They're kind of weird controls. But it is a cool... Oh! Oh, I'm telling you. Fire Trap, Data East. It's the climbing that I have. The shooting's not a problem. It's the climbing, and I gotta save somebody up here. It's all in the timing on your joysticks. Ah, no. There, I got a person to rescue in that window up there. One rescued. Oh, I went all the way down to the ground. I'm down at the bottom level. Okay. Just to give you a little preliminary. A little history on myself. I am retired, and I retired as a firefighter. And I'm going to tell you a little story about something that happened in my employ as pertains to fire prevention. So toward the end of my career, I ended up in the fire prevention division. And probably because I ended up there because I wasn't doing any good at fighting the fires anymore, obviously. Excuse me while I enjoy my libation here. So anyway, I've learned you gotta slow down on these controllers. But I was in the fire prevention division. One of my duties as a city employee, that's when you're a firefighter, you're still just a city employee. And well, the city had another department that I had to work closely with, and it was the communications department, which entailed well, thank you, Papa Brad. But it was a rewarding career. I enjoyed it. But anyway, back to the story. I was assigned to do some work with this communications department, and basically what they had was a television program on the local. Your cable channel donates a certain amount of time. They actually had their own channel that the cable company provided. And actually it was in association with the local university. And they had city employees that ran the communication departments, but a lot of the technical stuff was run by the college students that were obviously getting a degree in broadcasting or something like that. So. But they did have hired employees by the city that ran it. One was the kind of the producer-director person that handled it. Dadgummit. And then they had the guy that was the star of the show that actually interviewed you. And they had a set and everything, and I would put on my fancy Class A uniform, and I'd go talk to people about smoke alarms and fire prevention things and fire safety. So that was my gig. And they had predetermined... It was all scripted out. I mean, they didn't left you hanging. One city department did one, the other city. It wasn't like a news broadcast where they kind of trip you up on anything. You had a list of questions that you actually wanted them to ask you so you could answer and get your point across. Did I mess up and step out of this game? Okay. We'll get back in it. Okay, I'm still with my story. So, I'd go and do these shows. And I was pretty comfortable with it. About once a month I did this. And the guy that ran the show, I got along with him. We actually got, you know, the guy that was kind of like the star, the interviewer. And he, we joke around and kid around and stuff. But, you know, when it came to doing the show, we were all serious. I really liked the guy, but for some reason he left. And they hired a new guy. And I was talking to the producer-director gal who was in charge of the whole thing, this TV show, and she was really a nice gal. And she told me they hired a new guy. And, but she said he was really, oh, come on, let me save that girl. I'll tell you what, this thing. Anyway, so they hired a new guy, and I do remember his name. His name was Fred. I don't know why that makes me laugh. If any of you's name's Fred out there, I don't mean to laugh, but it was just the guy's name was Fred, and he was real nervous, and he called me before I was supposed to appear and said, you know, he'd done this before, but he hadn't done it in this big a market, and he was just nervous. So I submitted my questions and answers and over the phone with him and email, and we talked about it. It's going to be about smoke alarms. So, okay. Okay, yeah. Houston J, greetings. Looks like a very interesting game. I never played so many gems. And maybe, oh, I know, there's so many neat ones. So anyway, I get it all set up. We go to the little studio at the university for the taping. And I went to the director gal and I said, I asked her, being a fireman, we just tended to have fun. Is there a pause button on there? You know what? I'm going to do this. I'll go back here for a minute. Okay. Let's add some story background to this, because this is the part where it gets good. I go into his. I asked her if I could have a little fun with him. She said, "Sure, why not?" So what happened to my screens? Oh, there they came back. Anyway, so I go in and I sit down with Fred, and the first thing he says is, "Welcome, Chief. Glad to have you here today. I know we're here to talk about smoke alarms and what we can do to prevent fires." And I said, "Fred, I've got something more important to discuss with you." I said, "I've come up with a new fire prevention plan that is going to just, it's going to be a new milestone in fire prevention. And I've done a lot of study and research on it, and I want to talk about it here on the show today." And you can tell this guy is sweating. I'm going off script. And just to let you know, even those little studios, it's hot as hell. They've got lights on you, and they pat your face down with makeup and stuff. So anyway, Fred's sweating, and he says, "Okay, Chief, what do you got for me?" And I said, "Well," I said, "here's my plan." Let me see if I can go over here. Okay. I said, "Here's my plan. I don't know that I changed back. Yeah, there it is. Okay, here we are. So I said, "Here's my plan, Fred. Here's what I've done some research on, and I've found that most fires in this town are caused due to careless smoking." He says, "Oh, okay." I said, "And I've got a plan to stop the spread of fires due to careless smoking. And I said the one way I can see to do this is to educate people. And I said the only way to educate people is get in with young people. And I said I have gotten in with the Philip Morris Company, and they have donated 1,000 cases of cigarettes, 1,000 cigarettes lighters, 1,000 ashtrays, and we're going to go into the high schools and the junior high schools, and we're going to teach these youngsters how to smoke properly. Fred about fell out of his chair. I heard a bunch of chuckling from the little control room, and finally the producer gal came out just laughing. And I'm telling you what, Fred was about ready to pass out. And that was it. Now, I had talked to the producer gal and told her to make sure that they weren't recording, but they had. And she gave me a copy of that tape. And I walked out of there with pure trust that there were no other copies of that. And I did manage to finish out my career and retire without that ever biting me in the ass. But I'm telling you, it was funny. Anyway, that's my story about fire prevention. I got out of there with my skin. I did not get terminated. And the rest is history. I wonder whatever happened to old Fred. Oh, my goodness. Well, yeah, when I got done, I got one of these. Yeah, the old drum roll. I'm having too much fun playing with my stuff. Houston J, thanks for showing up tonight. Who do I got in here? Paul S. I don't know. Papa Brad, what's up? There he is again. Yes, and I appreciate your kind words. And I do tell you, Papa Brad's got a great channel over there, as does everybody. Go check them all out. Houston J. If you see a name on here, check them out. See what they're all about and get going with this. And do check out DKOG73 in conjunction with Papa Brad, in conjunction with Retro Arcade Music Man. Then the Weiss Vacuum Cleaner. If you were listening that night, Paul S., if you were listening that night, we found out what that noise was that coming from the arcade. I'm in the office tonight. But that noise was coming from my Stranger Things pinball machine, the actual Stern pinball machine. I'll turn that off. Anyway, it was the cooling fan. I'm old. I don't hear good, and it's at such a pitch that I normally don't hear it. But I was sitting in my arcade with the mics on, and I'd see that mic start fluttering. The gain on the mic on the control panel, and then it'd go away. And then my wife came down, and I said, well, "What the hell is that?" And she said, "Well, it's that pinball machine. It's making a noise." Well, I don't know if there's much I can do about it. Other than I can do is some adjustments on the mic and stuff. Yes, the fans were kicking. And this computer that I've got in here has got one hell of a fan on it. I need to go. I hear they sell quieter fans. So anyway. But, okay. What time is it? It's 10:25. I didn't do a very long live stream tonight. And I am going to have to look at a calendar, but now I know excuses are like, well, you know what they're like. Everybody's got one, right? But my grandkids, now everybody wants to cancel you. I know that my grandkids are coming with my kids, and I think they're going to have to take over my office for one of the grandkids to sleep in. So I don't know what it'll be like, but I will announce that whether or not I'll be on next Sunday night. But I may be able to find another room. So, or maybe just work it out in the arcade. But the kids go to bed early. I don't know if 10 o'clock Central Time. I don't know. I don't want my daughter-in-law getting mad at me. Yes, I did. I hope you enjoyed the story, Papa Brad's Gaming. Paul S., Retro Arcade Music Man, he's here now, and I hate to say it, but it's about time to sign off. But listen, thanks everybody for showing up to my live stream tonight. I think I'm just going to go ahead and cut it off here now. And again, I will make every effort to be back every Sunday night at 10 p.m. Central. And just questionable about next week. But hopefully we can get it worked out. Anyway, y'all have a good one. Thanks for stopping by G.PArkers Arcade. Remember to check out DKOG's contest. I know I've said it numerous times. In conjunction with Retro Arcade Music Man and Papa Brad's Gaming. Or that Gallagher Tucker that... Oh, okay. There you go. I'm just following up on the text there. But y'all have a good night. Take care and watch the replay. I'll leave it up for a while. Thanks again. Have a good one, y'all. Take care. Just finding the right button to get out of here.